You have to have a lot of breath training. Trained singers can usually hold that note because we have breathing exercises we do, and have breathing techniques we use. It takes a lot of time and practice to become that good. Though, professional wind musicians circular breathe, breathing through the nose while exhaling through the mouth. So they beat us out in that regard. It takes a lot of training to do that, too. That song used to play at the awesome Just a Man Who Loves Donuts vintage shirt. So yeah, even the slightest hint of its lyrics get it stuck in my head. Different song, but the one I have been thinking about myself since I heard this terrible news. That song has moved me in more than one situation in my life. I really like that song. But totally opposite from Lean on Me, which is such an uplifting song. Awesome Just a Man Who Loves Donuts vintage shirt. Tank top. V-neck ladies tee for and women. Tank top. V-neck. I think one can simultaneously be the strong one for others to lean on, while also needing someone at home to lean on. In turn, I think it was his vulnerability in both respects. In an era where the masculine vulnerability is so rare, that made him. I used to listen to this song in the car with my dad. I would always fall asleep on the awesome Just a Man Who Loves Donuts vintage shirt. He admitted it was only so I would stay awake for the journey. The girl who does the hip shimmy with the enticing smirk near the end. It wasn't the dancer so much as the lost love. She reminded me of my love used to give me the same playful flirty looks like that, and for reasons I ached and agonized over for decades. Official awesome Just a Man Who Loves Donuts vintage sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. Hoodie. I always like to imagine that Bill and his band sitting around in the studio together, and the bass player just stumbled on that bass line and they all just looked around at each other and smiled, knowing they had a hit. That bass and the awesome Just a Man Who Loves Donuts vintage shirt. On the Live at Carnegie Hall album. He hit because the crowd can't get enough. Though I'm sure he did that at a lot of his shows. I have many leather-bound books and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. We are going to see a spike in non-COVID deaths because our hospital resources are being spread so thin in general. So the virus is going to claim far more lives than just those who have died directly from the viral infection. Other product. And NBSP.